Breaking news, the Wall Street Journal is out with a new report describing the fallout between President Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. The Journal reports that a spa worker from Mar-a-Lago often made house calls to Jeffrey Epstein's home, 2 miles away. But those house calls, quote, came to a halt in 2003 after an 18-year-old beautician returned to the club from a house call to Epstein and reported to managers that he had pressured her for sex. The HR manager faxed Trump a letter suggesting that the club ban Epstein, and Trump agreed, which does mirror the president's own public comments about why he cut ties with Epstein. The White House is responding to the Wall Street Journal, writing, no matter how many times this story is told and retold, the truth remains President Trump did nothing wrong, and he kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago for being a creep.
He cut ties with Jeffrey Epstein long before Epstein became a convicted sex offender. A lot of Democrats didn't, and it is corroborated by the Wall Street Journal tonight.
We eventually broadcast a story about the Hunter Biden laptop after the midterm elections in 2022. We commissioned a forensic review. I got a copy of the laptop data. I have it here still. I went to a lot of effort to get the cleanest copy of the laptop data, the same data that was provided to the FBI, because I didn't want to have any professional journalistic risk for CBS News. I wanted this thing to be totally locked down. When we did the story, we did it after the midterms. I argued against that because it was ready before the midterms. And my training is that you should always do the story when it's ready to go. You should not be dictated by the political cycle. Once we got the laptop story on the morning news, I felt that there was so much there that we could still do. For example, in the text messages, there's unfortunately the use of the N-word, the liberal use of the N-word. And I thought this was worthy of a story, but I was told that it was not something that interested CBS News. Then I asked for a forensic review of the laptop, and we found that there were more than half a dozen emails that were likely used by Joe Biden. I thought that was a story. But the answer that came back was, well, we need to know what the content is of the emails. But that was going to be a years-long process. So there was no way. So there were a lot of reasons I was told not to do it, not to pursue it. I spent a lot of my time at CBS following the Hunter Biden story. And one of the things that really struck me is this kind of disconnect. I didn't understand how a senior executive like George Cheeks could tell me that this was a high priority for the network and for his boss. And yet the executives at CBS News, show producers, anchors could refuse that. I came to the conclusion that they must have felt that they were more powerful than George Cheeks, which was astonishing to me. I'd never worked at a place where a directive from the top would be so defied.
Yes. We are back. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this down. Let me turn this down. I think we straight, y'all. All right. We back at it again. Call lines is open. Y'all see the title. Thanks for being here tonight. Y'all see the title. White pastor says he doesn't believe black people can be saved. Somalians on the run. I put a lot in this title for a reason. Because allegedly, Somalians, they like to cosplay as black tethers. So when something's a problem in their community, everybody's black. They want to blame black skin. Everybody's black. But when you ask them, hey man, are you black? No, they be like, no, I'm Somalian. When you ask a Jamaican, hey man, are you black? What does he say? Nah, man, I'm Jamaican. Oh man, you got caught by the police? Oh man, Yeah, white people hate black people. See what I'm saying? They always use black people as a crutch. So guess what? They're using it for what's going on in Minnesota. They say basically saying black people are under attack, but these are not fucking black people, y'all. These are Somalians. Somalians on the run. Now, if you want to put a magnifying glass to it, it was the Mexicans on the run. Yeah, the Venezuelans. Now the Somalians. And a lot of people are saying this is an attack on brown and black people. But you gotta think, yeah, those are certain colors. But these people identify with their homeland. They are not from America, aka Turtle Island. But these guys act like and cosplay as Negroes, Black American Negroes. So that's the problem right there. So we about to go into this. You know what? We did a episode on a pastor yesterday because he believes women shouldn't be allowed to vote. He believes women should just stay in the kitchen. And some people honestly believe that. But it's not my business. If they want to take it back to 1892 out this bitch, they can. That's I ain't got nothing to do with that, fam. But like I said, let's fast forward the tape to this damn pastor. And you see, he's a fat faced pig looking motherfucker, okay? And he has a turkey neck, and you see his collar is popped because he's blowing a lot of steam out his neck. He's blowing a lot of steam out his neck. He's very mad. He wants black people to go to hell, okay? And he says black skin is cursed. That's what he believes. Black skin is cursed. And if you want to go into the origins of that, yes, black means curse, family. Yes. Black means slave. Black also means penal, aka the penal system. Black also means rainbow. You know, part of the pink program. Yeah, I know it's late. Y'all probably asleep, but I'm up. We might have to do the 24 live stream tonight, for real. We're going to go over this entity. Let's see what his name is. Joshua White. That's his name. Joshua White. Where are y'all at tonight? Put my let me cam up. Maybe if I cam up, y'all. I know y'all up. I know y'all up tonight. I know y'all are up tonight. Where y'all at? You see, I got the American flag in the background. Come on, we need y'all to come on and talk about this damn pastor and these damn Somalians because a lot of people are saying Nick Fuentes got replaced with Nick Shirley as well. We gonna talk about that as well. I told you this might be a 24-hour live stream. Let's see how long we could go tonight because I'm not tired. I got my coffee. Waiting on y'all to come in the building. It's my old-fashioned coffee cup we got for Christmas. Man, what did y'all get for Christmas? Did you get a lump of coal? Did you get a visit from Krampus? Did you leave milk and cookies out for Santa Claus? Now let's get back to the movie because this is a movie. This is a whole script that they're running on y'all. All right. Now we know damn well these Somalians, they scamming. See, you gotta think. People from other countries, they come over here, siphon our tax. This is nothing new. But it's being exposed as we speak. It's all over the internet, all over the TV. And we might segue into True Social TV too. See what they saying. We just up Santa surfing on the internet. We ain't doing nothing too major. I told you I was gonna be on here. I would have came on here earlier, but I had to take care of some things. But we on here now. But what do y'all think about this? Because I know some of y'all believe black people are damned to hell. I want to know if you have the same ideology as this cocksucker. You know, because guess what? They got that ideology from the papacy, man. We about to get into all that, but let's read and we'll pull up the transcripts after that. So, longtime leader of the Ku Klux Klan. So he aligns himself with the Ku Klux Klan. You know, they believe blacks ain't going to heaven. All right. And what did I tell you about their costumes? Why do they got the pointy hats? They got the pointy cone birthday hats. Okay. The thing is, these motherfuckers can be judges, policemen. And the thing is, Ku Klux Klan, they don't hate blacks, just blacks. They hate whites too. They was busting out. They was busting y'all heads too. I'm telling you, they a whole damn militia. A whole damn militia. They on the right and the left. You're not gonna know who these people are because they cosplay as many people. They put on costumes. Like I said, they could be the policeman. They could be your girlfriend. You could be dating. You could be dating somebody and not know who they are till 10 years later until they stab you in the neck. You know, I'm not just for YouTube purposes only. I'm not promoting any violence or anything like that, but due to the circumstances, yeah, people are on demon time, family. People are on demon time. So let's read. Shouts out to the Ku Klux Klan. Some say they lie dormant. And you know what? Some say Trump is a racist, but he's the only president that signed into law the Ku Klux Klan to be a domestic terrorist group. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, sir. Some people call him right. See, the Ku Klux Klan, they don't like Donald Trump. They don't like the white hard white right nationalists. They do not like Donald Trump at all. So he trying to demolish that and break up that. And there's some conflict of interest. There's some conflict of interest in that whole story. But let's read. A longtime leader of the Ku Klux Klan who also claims he's a Christian. I told you. Didn't I tell you the Christian Third Reich is on the rise? Didn't I tell you about Project 2025? But this was the only route. This was the only route we had to face. But oh well. I'd rather be on 25 than dealing with Sleepy Joe. So, Sleepy Joe and friends. When you're dealing with the earth god, Shaitan, or who they call Aten, or who they call Christ, or the demiurge, you dealing with an earth god that was here first. Now the thing is, who got casted to the earth first? The devil. He cannot ascend back up to heaven. The reason why he cannot ascend back up to heaven is because he's not light. He doesn't have a light body. He cannot ascend into the astral realm. Earth is as high as this entity could go. And as you can see, Joshua White, he is a complete demon, man. These people think they could have this sick ideology and go to heaven. But his heaven is actually hell. Okay? His heaven is his base reality. So whatever you believe in this earthly realm, your ass is gonna manifest in the astral realm. So when he died, he just gonna be around different Ku Klux Klan members with top hats on, with tripod hats on. And I told you about the costume people. You identify these motherfuckers by their skin suits. Now, he's unmasked, as you can see. He looked like Bill Barr, okay? And it's always these ugly white men who are extra racist. I've never seen a Johnny Bravo type white man who spews rhetoric, racist rhetoric. It's always an ugly, lopsided, fat motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get my drift. It ain't nobody well put together because, like I said, you with them white boys that are well put together, they can manifest other white women. Them fat face motherfuckers like JD Vance. I told you about the fat face white dudes. What? These Baywatch Barbies want Johnny Bravo. They want a strong jawline out this bitch. These motherfuckers ain't doing a job in 2026. I told y'all. Y'all better hit that motherfucking gym. I told you, y'all fat. Y'all overface motherfuckers. Shit, y'all crashing out. Y'all crashing out. I don't know what's wrong with y'all heads, man. I told you I was gonna cut up tonight. That's why y'all ain't on here. That's why y'all scared to be on. I told y'all was gonna be scared to come on here with me tonight. I know y'all watching in the back like a goddamn pedophile out this bitch. I know y'all in the back watching like a goddamn pedophile out this bitch. Pedo man 89. So y'all gonna be out here like this. Let me be honest with you. Look at these motherfuckers. Y'all gonna be out here at a No Kings rally. This where y'all see. This where the I hope the right don't go this route. I think it's looking like the right is going this route, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't let me catch none of y'all Trump heads out here doing this shit. Okay? Because I done delineated from a lot of you crazy motherfuckers. Well, negative 48 said he was gonna see Michael Jackson. That nigga negative 48 said he's gonna see Michael Jackson and Elvis perform at 9/11 Towers in New York City. I said, holy moly, donut shop, man. Y'all niggas is fucking fried, boy. And then I think like 5 months later, that nigga died. Negative 48 died. Y'all got tricked by a nigga named Negative 48. Yeah, y'all got tricked by Michael Jackson. Y'all got tricked by Michael Jackson. Motherfucker sideburns look like bacon strips out this hole. Y'all got tricked. Where y'all at? I can't believe y'all are fucking gone. I told you a lot of people was gonna disappear off the internet. A lot of people gonna disappear off the internet. And what did I say? Hypocrite Nation. HypocriteNation.net. I'm building a website right now. Yes, I am. I told you y'all gonna be like this. like Bernie Sanders and McGandhi out this bitch. Y'all see Bernie Sanders out New York Plaza? They said McGandhi swore in on the fucking Quran out this bitch. New York fucking city, McGandhi swore in on the Quran. Where are y'all at tonight, boy? I'm gonna keep on talking shit because guess what? I'm up. I am up. Guess what? Let's get back to the show. Let me take a hit of my coffee. We about to slow roll this one tonight. For real. We got to be up for a while. And we go watch some documentaries. We go chill out tonight. Yeah, we might be up. Here y'all come. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Who popped up? You know, I see when y'all pop up. Just take your shoes off. You went right out the building too. Come on in. Come on in. Let's talk about this, dude. Let's talk about these Somalis. But let's get back to what I was saying. So, Thomas, hold on. He said black people cannot black people can be saved and go to heaven after he said this shit. So a long time, let me read it again. A longtime leader of the Ku Klux Klan who also claims he's a Christian pastor is facing widespread backlash after he said he doesn't believe black people can be saved and go to heaven. That's what I meant to say. He said they can't go. Why? Because shit, you can't help if you got black skin. You think after God resurrects your body, you think you could choose your skin suit? See, the thing is, when Joshua White, when he died, his name gonna be Joshua Black. When he manifests, when he reincarnate, his name gonna be Joshua Black. He gonna have black skin. He already look black. If you want to be honest, this white dude really look black. He got black facial features for real. If you put black skin on him, bro, he would look like motherfucking Ed Harvey out this bitch. Okay? He would look like a black nigga named Chris Stapleton out this hoe. Now, you cannot fool me. Can't fool my black ass. Okay? The thing is, this is a whole bunch of fucking trickery. A whole bunch of wizardry. Yeah. Because guess what? Joshua White, at the end of Joshua White's life, he's going to live with a lot of regrets, fam. And a lot of people wait till they on their deathbed and they change the whole script. Because they say once you die, or once you're on the brink of leaving this realm, a lot of truth happens in a blink of an eye. And basically, if you want to be honest, when you die, you actually shrink into a ball. You actually shrink into a ball. If you want me to go into some esoteric knowledge about a movie where they shrunk the kids, remember Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Yeah. Micro macro out this bitch. Okay? When I say Big Bangism, yeah, that's the origin point. God ain't big at all. God is small. Okay? It's called the expanding universe. So when they say, "Oh, we about to rewind time," that means you going back into a baby again. Have you ever seen a grown man transform back into a baby? That's what happens when you die and you come out the womb of your mother in another alternate universe. But this son of a bitch right here, he gonna live with regrets, man. They say the man that lives with the least regrets will go to heaven, man. He ain't got a lot of baggage tied to him. But the man that has the most regrets, he go reincarnate back onto this earth. I told you how this shit goes, but y'all didn't believe me. Y'all wanted to go by the New Testament. You cannot cheat universal karma, family, with new ideology. So Thomas Robb, the national leader of the KKK and head of the Thomas Robb Ministries in Arkansas. Arkansas is where that all white town is at. But in that all white town, what they say, they still eat fried chicken and they have Taco Tuesday night in an all white town. I told you, aka Hypocrite Nation. A bunch of fucking hypocrites. A bunch of degenerates. How in the fuck you in an all white town and you eating motherfucking Taco Tuesday out this bitch? Fried chicken, chicken wings. Black people eat that shit. All white. I don't even know what an all white motherfucker eat anyway. Potato salad out this bitch. Uncooked seasoned food. That's the only thing I could think of. I ain't trying to be funny. Shouts out to my white people out there that season they motherfucking chicken out this bitch. But white people in an all white town ain't eating no fried chicken. That's the feast of. They might as well put a Popeyes out that bitch. Hypocrite Nation. That's why I'm gonna be honest with you. That all got to deal with what happened. This is universal karma coming back to bite white supremacists in the ass, man. I'm just telling you how it is, bro. And these motherfuckers is actually dying out. So you think God go have people like this walking amongst his creation? And they said the sins of the forefathers will revisit the damn children. This shit in the Bible, man. This shit in the Bible. So whoever cursed this damn land will be cursed at the end of the generations. And then guess what? It get reset again. And then I showed you what the reset looked like. Have y'all seen Demolition Man? See, Demolition Man is what it looked like after the reset. All right? That's what it looked. And then you look into movies like Mad Max and shit like that. Mad Max has a apocalyptic type of setting after a reset where they don't wiped off everybody off the face of the map, and then you got about 3 survivors. Yeah, that type of action. So look, let's read. So clips from the interview, his old interview. He did an interview in September with a journalist, Joshua White. Okay. And it just resurfaced and this shit just went viral. Okay. And I think this okay. This says how one man convinced over 200 KKK members to lead the Klan. I don't know if you remember that. I think it was a black dude. Wasn't it a black dude? It was a black dude. You remember that shit? We're gonna have to tap into that. How did a black man convince 200 KKK members to lead the Klan? But this son of a bitch says black people can't go to heaven. You know, hypocrite nation, hypocrite nation. Hey, shouts out to my people out there watching, man. Tap in. We just going over combing over, certain topics tonight. We ain't doing nothing real special, but we about to go into the Somalians because allegedly they on the run, making up all kind of excuses on the news. We know them big head motherfuckers are scamming and shit. They've been scamming, especially in Columbus, Ohio. They said that's where all the fucking roaches is at. In Columbus, Ohio. They stinking up the place. I told you they walk into them daycares. Now the thing is, they trying to burn up Nick Shirley right now. They burning him up right now because they said he went to the daycare when they was closed. But it was already on record that those daycares were committing fraud back in 2016, family. So the thing is, Nick Shirley is under scrutiny because a lot of people are saying that he's replacing Nick Fuentes, but they both have something in common. Their both names are Nick, and they're virgins, family. They have never tasted sweet nectar. Okay, and I think that's kind of odd. Okay, especially if you're a right wing commentator. And the thing is, right wing is supposed to be masculine. And there's nothing screaming masculine about those two, even though some say they doing the works of God, depending on if you're a fan of them or not. But my channel is not about judging anybody. My channel is about spreading the good gospel. So let's read what Thomas Robb said. Matter of fact, his name is not Joshua White. That's the journalist. His name's Thomas Robb. Okay? Thomas Robb. In spite of what people say, the Bible doesn't address black people hardly at all, Robb told White. Why doesn't the Bible address black people hardly at all? Because guess what? White people believe that black people were Hamites. Yeah, they got the curse of Ham. Yeah, the swine, Ham, the Hamites. So that's what somebody told me a few days ago. I said, "Oh, really?" They said black people are from the tribe of Ham. So those people are allegedly cursed according to the scripture. Because she put it on a timer, just turn it back on. Just scoot it over here. Scoot over here. So if you want to pause and get into the curse of Ham, let's pull this up. Because that's what he believed. He called Negroes Hamites. Let's do some screen sharing right quick, family. The curse of Ham. Let me share this tab. The curse of Ham. The curse of Ham. And this is what the curse of Ham says. In the book of Genesis, the curse of Ham is described as a curse which was imposed upon Ham's sons by Canaan, or Canaan, the Canaanite god Yahweh. The patriarch Noah, it occurs in context of Noah's drunkenness. And see, when they called of Noah's drunkenness, it refers to the black man and his alcoholism problem. It also refers to the black man's sexually deviant behavior as well. And is provoked by a shameful act. The curse of Ham refers to a biblical narrative. Okay? So when they say everything's biblical, this is what it is, family. So the story of let's read. The story of the curse of Ham. Are we still good? Okay, yeah, we still good. The story of the curse of Ham is found in Genesis, aka these are the gens or the genie or the game genie of the simulation. The thing is, who's already in the simulation? Satan. Satan is bound to the simulation. So when you say, "Oh, They go turn the world into a heavenly abode. No, you have to share this thing with the adversary. And the Bible also says this is not our home. This is the earth God, Jesus, and the devil's realm. Because they said Jesus is about to come back to earth and have a battle with Armageddon. But some entities that follow Christ also are bound with the curse of Ham that is found in Genesis after the great flood, aka the reset or the Ra Set. Who is Ra? The Egyptian pharaoh Ra. Who is Set? That's Set, the Egyptian pharaoh Seti or Satan. That's Set or the god Aten. Okay? And guess what? If you worship these deities on a particular frequency, you will have the curse of Ham. And they said Ham is parasitic. These are parasitic, drunken deities. And when they say, oh, wine, when they refer to liquor as wine and spirits, okay, after the great flood, Noah planted a vineyard, became drunk, and lay naked in his tent. Ham, one of Noah's sons, saw his father's nakedness and told his brothers Shem and Japheth. In response, Noah cursed Canaan, Ham's son, declaring that he would be a servant to his brothers because he seen his father's nakedness. He's seen his father's nakedness, sexually deviant. Sexually deviant. And this refers to the black man's nature, family. This is what they say. Historical justifications. The curse of Ham has misrepresented to justify subjugation of certain races, particularly in the context of African slave trade, family. So they trying to tie this in. Let's pull this up. They trying to tie this in with Roots, the movie Roots, Alex Bailey, Alex Haley, to the curse of Ham, because that's all you seen was slave, slave, slave. That's all you seen was slave, slave, slave. And when this is embedded into the colonizers and the slave's head, guess what? It becomes a false pretense, leading to the belief that his descendants were descended for slavery. This interpretation has been widely discredited by modern scholars and theologians. So once you see Christ, the followers of Christ, they got the curse of Ham. If you want to be honest, because those are the ones that's getting enslaved and slaughtered in the name of God. So who's cursed? Who, see, it's a double whammy. They tell you, see, the devil got to tell you the truth before he gets your ass. He can't. That's one of the agreements that God. That's one of the covenants God and the devil have with each other, is that the devil has to tell you what he's gonna do to you before he actually performs his ritual. Okay, I told you we was gonna turn up tonight. I told you we was gonna turn up tonight. So that is what they call the curse of Ham. So let's get back into this. Rob went on to say that he believes the Christian covenant established through Jesus Christ was intended for white people and claimed that Christ's arms are not wide enough to include everyone. Oh shit. He said Christ's arms was not wide enough to let everybody in. So he got his own interpretation. See, everybody got their own interpretation of Christ. That's how you know you worshiping the devil. Okay. If you follow Christ, you worship the devil. Because guess what? Some people have his same ideology, and some people don't. See, the thing is, which one is what? It's all about intent. What is intent? United we stand, and divided we fall. Intent. That's how you put together a tent, family. And what did I tell you about flat Earth cosmology? This Earth is a big pyramid or a tent. This is why the KKK wear the motherfucking pointy hats. And this is why in Satanism they said your birthday is the worst day of your fucking life. That's what they say in Satanism. They said your birthday is cursed. They say you're not supposed to be celebrating your birth. They say you're really not supposed to be identifying yourself under a certain type of pretense or number. You can't put an age on a soul. A soul is infinite, whether you're a demon or an angel. Because demons, they live forever too. Demons, demons live forever, bro. They just burning in hell. They're not dead. They're just burning. Burning means copied, like a CD. And what does the devil specialize in? Copying the base reality. Those are the layers or the liars over the base reality. In many religions, they said it's 7 layers you gotta you gotta bust through to get out this damn simulation. But can you do it though? Probably not. Because you're a picklehead gulp, okay? You're a picklehead gulp. You probably can't break out the simulation. Yeah, because y'all not gonna listen to me. A lot of people Johnny come lately, okay? A lot of people Johnny come lately. In an interview, Rob claimed his white supremacist beliefs are rooted in what he described a biblical history. Somebody tell me where this shit's at. Somebody tell me where this shit is at in the Bible. American history does not begin in 1776, he said, arguing instead that it begins with the biblical covenant between God and Abraham. See, Abraham is Brahma. Guess who Brahma is? Guess who Brahma is? Brahma is the bull. So when you're talking about the devil, that's Brahma. Brahma is also the head deity of the 3 Abrahamic faith: Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. So he don't know what the fuck he talking about. Okay, he barely knows anything, man. But to some people, he's fucking Jim Jones out this bitch. That's basically what he is. He's Jim Jones. So let's read. According to the Southern Poverty Law, Rob has led the KKK since 1989 and has attempted to rebrand the organization by referring to himself as a national director rather than a grand wizard. I told you these motherfuckers are involved in wizardry. Well, I can't even pronounce the fucking word. Grand wizard. These are motherfucking you know, what's that movie called? Uh Harry Potter motherfuckers. These are Harry Potters. Hogwarts looking motherfuckers, okay? They got the pointy witch hat. See, the wizard They wear the same hat as the damn Wicked Witch of the West out this bitch. Okay? They wear the same. I told you, if you want to identify these motherfuckers, you identify them by their damn costume. I told y'all this a long time ago. Okay? So these motherfuckers is practicing wizardry, black magic, all this other shit. And they part of the damn knights. The Knights of Templar. In the interview, Rob claimed his white supremacist beliefs are rooted in what he could call biblical history, family. Rob noted that he believes that black people can be redeemed but not saved. According to Rob, the beliefs in Christianity apply to everyone, but that doesn't make black people part of God's covenant. Damn. And suitable as marriage partners for my family. A lot of people believe, and that there ain't nothing wrong with that. Some people believe, they need to be all white. Some people believe they need to be all black. And I think that's why people mad at JD Vance, because his overface ass couldn't pull a American white bitch. Excuse my language. Couldn't pull a white chick. Shit, you got all these black Negroes out here pulling white chicks, and he's the fucking vice president of the United States, and he fucking with a damn Somalian. You see? Shit that makes you say, That's why he ain't becoming no damn president. I told you, it doesn't identify in the right format. He does not pan out. I'm sorry. If you cannot pull a white woman, I do not want you as my fucking president. If you're a white man and you cannot pull a white woman, or I bet he has never had sexual relationships with a white woman. Yeah, I bet you it's always been them them foreigners, they don't give a fuck. They like white guys that are fucking ugly as fuck. They like to see. And the thing is, if a white guy got a small penis, all you gotta do is go fuck with a foreigner. She think that shit motherfucking 15 inches out this bitch. And you know JD Vance got a small penis. So let's not act like we're stupid out here. I told you that's what it is. If you got a small penis, you go get you a foreign bitch. You better not get you an American chick, because they say Americans are the leading watchers of corn. And corn, they got big ass corns. So that's yo, America going to hell, bro. I told you, America going to hell. So that's why JD Vance won't be president, man. He doesn't have the libido to be president, and his jawline is not Johnny Bravo out this bitch. Okay, he's an overface fat fuck. Y'all seen his ass at them damn army recruit office trying to lift them damn logs, trying to motherfucker slim them damn titties down, because he's leaking milk out them motherfucking titties now. Okay. I told y'all we done went in on JD, man. We did a whole lot of documentary on JD. He part of Skull and Bones. He part of Yale. And the reason why they call the school Yale, because when they put the finger up the ass, you start to yell. Yeah, Yale. And I told you what they do at Yale. Hell Night. I told you what goes on at Hell Night. That's why your husband has that good job at Conglomero, making $100,000 a year, because he went to Hell Night. He took the shortcut. See, a real human, you got to take the long route. You can't take shortcuts. If you want to join these fraternities, you go to Hell Night and get your dick pulled, okay? Like this motherfucker in the back of that moose lodge out this bitch. They be playing with each other. That's part of the whole ritual. When you got to go in the moose lodge, you got to really turn into a fucking moose. All right? Now, American history does not begin in 1776, he said, arguing instead that it began with the biblical covenant between God and Abraham. You just went into the whole history behind Brahma and Abraham Brahmaham, what wrestler embodies the Brahma? Can you guess? I will send you a free T-shirt. Now let's pull up. Let me pull up this decode because let's share this tab. Let's go into the wrestler that embodies the Brahma bull, aka the Rock, or who they call Rocky Maivia. See, he worshipped the Brahma too. See, this is why I do. See, this is why I do syncretism. I do syncretism because it's the only way to get through y'all heads with symbols. Because the subconscious, it talks to the oversoul. So, it embodies the symbols. so this is the this is the Rock, and he personifies Brahma. Now let's look up who Brahma is, because this is the deity y'all worship in Egypt called Hathor. Yeah, let's look up Brahma. It's the and this is the religion Brahmanism. Let's look up Brahmanism because she's a 3-head triple goddess out this bitch. That's the triple head goddess. And guess who embodies the triple head goddess? The Girl Scout cookie logo. This is the Girl Scout cookie logo. Brahma is also personified as a cow deity. Okay. Now the thing is, Brahma is basically who they call the Matrix. Okay. This is your original Trinity, family. Brahma, or who they call Brahmanism, is identified with the cow, or what they call America, the milk and honey. This is why America worships a cow, or who they call the cowboys. But the thing is, they also sync cows with aliens. Have you ever seen the movie Cowboys and Aliens? Why do they sync those two movies together? Because every religion is based off alienism. Every religion is based off your ass getting abducted. Okay? Stop me when I'm lying. Every religion is based off of getting abducted by a cow deity. Now, the thing is, in Judaism, they worship a god called Yahweh, but Yahweh is identified as a damn cow in his Moloch form. So when you look at Moloch, let's look at Moloch. Let's pull up Moloch. Let's pull up Moloch. I think, you know what? I think I might have a picture already queued up of Moloch. Let me look in my Jesus Christ file. Let me look up in my Jesus Christ file. I cannot believe I do not have that pulled up. Oh, God. Let's look at Moloch. Let's look at Moloch. Now, as you can see, let me share this. Moloch. Y'all see Moloch? Now, I'm about to put chills down your back. See, Moloch predates Christ. Now, as you can see, Moloch's hands. Look at Moloch's hands, family. Hold on. Look at Moloch's hands. Moloch's hands has holes in his hands. You see Moloch's hands? He got holes in his hands. See, this is your original Iron Man too. This was back in your metal clergy days. See, the metallurgy. This is the god of the metallurgy or the Bronze Age. When they said uh Jesus had the feet of bronze, this is the deity they talking about right here, Moloch. When you heat this thing up, guess what? This motherfucker hair turn white and all that shit. When you heat this bitch up, see, and this is where they said that they put the souls of man at. You know, you see Moloch with his hands out. Now look, let's pull up this. Let's pull up this right here, family. Now you see Moloch with his hands out. And you see Moloch got holes in his hands. Look. Let's look at. Look, you see Moloch with holes in his hands. Now look. Let's pull this up, family. Now you see Jesus Christ with holes in his hands. Why does Moloch have holes in his hands? And why does Jesus Christ have holes in his hands? Don't you think that's kind of odd? Anyways, let's get back to the build. I think this dude's about cooked, to be honest with you. Basically, he just, this is another sick ideology from the hard right. Okay. Now, yeah, that's Moloch. Moloch was also in Mortal Kombat. And as you could tell, yeah, Moloch was in Mortal Kombat too. Mortal Kombat, there was a lot of drops that you could pick on in that movie. Now, the thing is, the reason why, yeah, my homie over here, he just showed me Moloch, and we go into that Mortal Kombat build too. The thing is, as you can see, this guy. Look, let's look up. Look, let's pull up this, family. You talking about Mortal Kombat and the guy Goro? See, Goro. Let's pull up Goro. Cause you see this deity everywhere. You see this deity everywhere. You look at Goro in Mortal Kombat. Let's pull up the images of Goro. And sure that's Goro, right? See, Goro is just another personification of the god Brahma. You see the arm sticking out his back too. Also, this god Goro is another personification of Dr. Octavius. Let's pull up Dr. Look. Dr. Octavius is another deity that personifies Goro. But they're just letting you know the similarities between these gods and these deities. So basically, what they're telling you is that, okay, you see these extensions. See, the god body will be personified as L. What's coming out of L is what is that? What does that say? Hold on. Evil. Evil, yeah, evil spelled backwards is live. Evil spells backwards is live. If you rearrange the word evil is to live, that means the thing is that when you living in this realm, you become the devil. You become 666. They said the molecules in your body is made up of 6 carbons, 6 electrons, and 6 protons. So when you manifest and have a marriage with the flesh, and Christ said no fleshly human can make it into heaven, when you become a body in this realm, when you put on your avatar, you become one with the God body. So when you look at this deity they call Dr. Octavius, all these extensions are basically a part of this deity right here. And guess what? These extensions personify magnetic ley lines, and it's connected to this symbol in ancient Egypt called Aten. So, like I said, the God body, you got the God body, but the extensions of El would be the Elohim. These are these hands of God that's coming out from the center or the spine. See these these arms right here, they coming out from the spine or the 33 vertebrae. But the spinal cord is the pole, or who they call Polaris. Polaris. So they just give it. See, they got these entities in the Matrix movies too. These entities come and get you when you trying to escape the Matrix. See, these are the evil characters that were already in the game before you put on the VR glasses, basically. So you got Dr. Octavius, Goro. You got Goro right here with the extra arms coming out his goddamn back. Let me pull this back up. See, Goro was the last dude on the pole, on the totem pole that you had to beat. And I told you these arms are connected to the pole. See, when you get to the top of the pole, you got to beat these arms. What does arms mean? Armageddon. Where does the battle of Armageddon take place at? In the pinnacle, the pineal. See, the pineal is on top of the pyramid. That's where the battle of Armageddon is going to take place at. These are the arms. You see what I'm saying? And Goro personifies the top of the pyramid. These arms right here, that what they call the hand of God. Now, the one of the first symbols of God was a hand with an all-seeing eye in it, and it was referred to as the hamster hand. So these are the extensions of God or the hands of God. But in Mortal Kombat, they personified this deity as Goro. And then as Spider-Man, they personified this deity as Dr. Octavius. Because guess what? This damn entity that sits on top of the pyramid is a damn fucking scientist. Okay. Now, when you're speaking of scientists, you're really speaking of Zionists. This is the god Krishna. No, this is the god Mama Kali with her fucking tongue out and her arm. You see her arms? Because guess what? She's ready for Armageddon. You see? The Battle of Armageddon, the 4400 in Revelations, family. This is, you see, these are the arms. And Armageddon takes place in the heavens. It don't take place. Armageddon don't take place on Earth, family. Go read your Bible. I might be wrong, but go read your Bible. So now let's look into the damn Somalians. Let's get out of this. Let's get out of this. Let's get out of this. Let's get into the Somalian action because they got big foreheads and they scam them. Okay, they got big foreheads.
This liberal, crazy white
They
bitch
scamming.
to come.
And this is the dude that came up and tried to de facto the whole situation. Okay, these motherfuckers ain't poor. They come over here with bands in their pocket, tax dollar, American paid tax dollar, hard earned money tax dollar. But these motherfuckers just braided up. Okay, they said these glasses. They said they priced these glasses at $3,000. Okay, but he looked like a normal motherfucker. He don't even look like Somalian. So guess what? He go cosplay as black ass. He go cosplay as black ass. Real. They doing a lot of dirty shit. It's all over social media. They aren't. See, it's time to look into temporary job agencies. What did this bitch say about Nick Shirley? Let's pull this up. There's two sides to Nick Shirley, but we're not going to. See, this ain't the time to really bash Nick Shirley. It's really not. So we already laid out the optics behind Nick Shirley. Everybody knows he's tied in with the Zionist Jews. Okay? Everybody knows he's a fucking 27-year-old virgin. And his name is fucking Nick. And he's being raised up like Christ in the right-wing diaspora. Now let's get into what she got to say, because I don't know what the hell she talking about. Let's see what she got to say, family. Let's pull this up. Call lines is open. Where y'all at? See, let's get into it.
Need somebody to tag our boy Nick. Tag Nick for me. Tag him. Hey Nick, baby, we want to say that you did a phenomenal job. You did better than any journalist that we see on TV right now. And the same way that you went to these daycare centers and you exposed all the fraud that goes on there. We need you to start going to these temp agencies. You know, the ones that's supposed to help Americans get jobs, but somehow it just seems like a lot more foreigners have taken over these temp agencies, and they seem to only be putting their own people on. We need you to like break all of that up. We need that to happen. I got a buddy of mine who has been looking for a job, and she said that she went up to one of these temp agencies out here in Indiana, and that when she walked in, the people who greeted her, who was helping her get an application started, they barely spoke English. Barely. Then on top of that, she told me that they wanted to do a 7-year background check for a temp job that is only paying her $15 an hour. $15, G. If we got so many people that's coming from other countries that's able to get these jobs and they don't have no fucking background because y'all start them off at ground zero, meaning that they get free clear when it comes to their credit, when it comes to their background, then we need to ease up on how we do these background checks. Or maybe, just maybe, stop letting people come in here without you finding out what the fuck they did in their own country. Because we got a lot of people out here who got background, who can't get jobs because of some shit that they did probably 4 years ago. Y'all want to do a whole 7-year background check, right? Yeah, that's ridiculous. They could have possibly committed a crime and ain't got in trouble for nothing else regarding that crime since. A lot of these little companies have been taking advantage of that. People who come from other countries are able to get jobs a lot easier because they don't have no background. And they be committing crimes while they own the damn job. All I'm saying is that, like, with all of this immigration that has been coming over in our country, now is the time that y'all need to start asking why the job market is the way that it is. Because a lot of us have been telling y'all asses since before 2025.
She telling too much truth. She telling too much truth. But yeah, I'm about to cut the show. All right. Make sure you share and like the video. We'll be on tomorrow. Yeah.